Hello and welcome to Emunah. Spira. Emunah is currently completing her MA in Migration Studies in Tel Aviv University. She is currently working as head of research and information at the Center of International Migration and Integration, something very central to what Israel has been busy with the past few months. Emunah, welcome.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Now, Emunah, I understand that you have your hands very busy every second of every day lately, but with the war in Ukraine, as refugees are flooding into Israel, as well as several other countries throughout Europe, how has the Center of International Migration and Integration been working with these refugees?
Yes, so the Center for International Migration and Integration, or CIMI, is right now working together with the Ministry of Welfare, as well as Joint Israel, to find ways in which we can assist Ukrainian refugees that are not eligible for Aliyah, according to the law of return, and see how we can assist them directly, as well as influence Israeli policy in the matter. Because as of now, these Ukrainian refugees, their status is unclear. And so we are trying to be of assistance in both ways, both directly and influencing policymakers.
What does this entail? Like, what kind of policies are trying to be set forth?
We're trying to find, well, most of these refugees that are coming these past couple of months are mainly mothers and children, as the men were enlisted into the war in the Ukraine. And so we need to find solutions. We have mainly young women and their children, as well as some elderly people who came here as well. Most of them are staying with their families and their friends in Israel, but they need solutions for, even if they're here for only a few months, they need some sort of way to get income. And if the mothers are going to work, and so the children need some sort of educational solution. So we're trying to find ways to do this, not only in the level of the civil society, meaning people who are good-hearted, who are trying to assist the way they can, but to have it on the level of policy, meaning to have some sort of short-term solution. So these refugees will be able to work, will be able to be provided with healthcare, and any sort of education solution as well.
How is Israel handling like the entire refugee wave in contrast to the other European countries who are facing the same sorts of issues?
Israeli policy is kind of going day to day. The government was more reluctant at first to welcome any refugees who are not eligible for Aliyah. I mean, they brought up some valid concerns, but at the end of the day, I think Israel does have some sort of obligation to assist those who need our help at the moment. So it's kind of a lukewarm policy. At the moment, Israel is accepting those who have family members or friends who can host them, but it's not the same as in neighboring European countries, which accepted masses of refugees and offered them immediate assistance. So it's somewhere in between, I guess. It's not completely banning refugees, but there's still more that can be done.
Amazing. It sounds like you have an incredibly important job then. It's so central to this big movement, and that's truly incredible. How do you see your studies at Tel Aviv University in migration studies as having contributed to your work today? I'm curious.
Yeah, so my studies, first of all, technically, the way that I found this job was in the end through the program. In the first year of the program, we have an internship for 1 or 2 semesters, depending on the internship, and that's the opportunity right at the beginning, where we're able to meet different NGOs mainly, and if there's a connection and an opportunity that works out for both parties, you will be able to intern with this NGO. Now, my internship was actually not with CIMI, but this is how I heard of them. And so when I saw that they were hiring, I definitely knew that I would, that their mission is something that I want to be a part of. And for the program itself, academically, it gave me a variety of tools to work both with migrant workers, refugees, asylum seekers, and these are all populations that I work with on a daily basis. So it was really taking these tools that I was given, theoretical tools, practical tools, and implementing them in my day-to-day job. I feel it.
So I was actually going to ask you, I'm curious about these practical tools. What kind of things, if you could just give an example?
Yeah, so it's important to understand the difference between these titles. Yeah, understanding the difference between an asylum seeker and a refugee, and understanding the way that the importance of both influencing policy as well as approaching the person which you're talking to in the best manner. So it's really from the smallest level to understanding a situation of someone who's fleeing war up into understanding the bigger picture and the way that policy change is important as well. So it's a lot of theories, it's a lot of workshops. It's a good combination of both, I think. And I feel it. And I was also given research tools, which is what I do. I do research and I touch a broad variety of subjects. Yes, I'm not only working with the situation in the Ukraine, although that's a big part of what I do right now. I work with governmental organizations, with migrant workers themselves, refugees, local authorities. It's understanding what all of these actors, how they influence the whole situation and acting accordingly. This is definitely something that I felt confident doing after going through the MA program in migration.
That's incredible. It's really truly given you a foundation for this broad work that you do right now. Emunah, thank you so much for speaking with us today. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you, Tamar.